Hi there, good evening, and thank you for drifting in with us tonight. Tonight, we're not staying in the present, we're stepping back, far back into the vastness of space, a realm where time flows differently, where distances stretch across unimaginable scales, and where mysteries unfold at their own pace. Imagine standing on a quiet hill under a velvet sky, the air cool and crisp against your skin, carrying the subtle scent of dew and distant earth. The stars above twinkle faintly, not like the ordinary constellations you know, but like scattered notes of a song composed by the galaxy itself. Somewhere beyond them, a visitor travels silently, a wanderer that has crossed the gulf between stars to arrive, however briefly, in our cosmic neighborhood. Picture yourself gazing upward, feeling both small and connected, aware that billions of kilometers separate you from this visitor, yet somehow, through light, motion, and imagination, you are part of its story. This is the tale of 3I Atlas, an interstellar comet that has journeyed through time and space, far beyond the grasp of ordinary experience. Its passage is fleeting, yet extraordinary, and it invites us to wonder, could it be the first of many? Could the universe, vast and patient, be sending travelers our way, each one a subtle messenger, an ancient postcard from faraway systems? You might feel a gentle shiver of curiosity, a quiet anticipation, imagining what secrets this comet could carry. Perhaps it holds the chemical whispers of distant worlds, hints of star systems long gone, or traces of environments that challenge our imagination. The mind naturally stretches to wonder what else might be out there. How many other silent travelers, like 3I Atlas, traverse the dark, invisible highways between stars, invisible until they brush near us for a moment of observation. And yet, even as we contemplate these distant possibilities, there is a comforting intimacy. Before we journey further, I'd love to know where you're listening from tonight and what time it is where you are. Funny, isn't it? Here we are, speaking of stars, billions of kilometers away, of comets that predate our sun, and yet, in this quiet moment, we share the same small corner of time together. No matter where you are on Earth, I'm glad you're here, taking this gentle stroll with me. Now, imagine yourself reclining, letting your thoughts slow to the natural rhythm of the universe. Perhaps you dim the lights, or put on a gentle fan to create soft background noise, creating a cocoon for your imagination. Let the senses awaken softly, the faint hum of life around you, the subtle chill in the air, the quiet cadence of your own breathing. And with that, allow your mind to drift alongside 3I Atlas, tracing its luminous tail, feeling the patience and elegance of a traveler that has crossed the galaxy, unseen by most, yet now briefly present in our skies. Consider, for a moment, the sheer improbability of its journey. This icy wanderer has moved silently for millions or billions of years, untouched by human hands, indifferent to our curiosity, yet perfectly poised to ignite imagination, speculation, and wonder. Its path invites you to ponder not just its origin, but the broader questions. Are we the first observers? Or is this one of countless interstellar travelers, brushing past solar systems and planets, leaving quiet stories in the light they reflect? What if the universe is more communicative than we realize, sending hints in the form of icy visitors, waiting patiently for someone to notice? So tonight, settle in fully. Feel your body relax into the rhythm of the night. Let your thoughts drift gently alongside the comet, floating past stars, skimming along the edges of planets, through the silent vacuum. and beyond the grasp of ordinary time. This is a journey both vast and intimate, scientific and meditative, playful and profound. Together, we will follow 3i Atlas, exploring its mysteries, imagining the possibilities it carries, and perhaps glimpsing the gentle hint of a universe that is far older, far stranger, and far more generous with curiosity than we often allow ourselves to imagine. And now, let us begin our gentle stroll through the cosmos, following 3i Atlas as it whispers its way across space and time, inviting reflection, wonder, and the quiet magic of the unknown. Imagine the excitement of astronomers as they first detect 3i Atlas, a comet hurtling toward our solar system at an astonishing speed. The discovery is met with a mix of awe and curiosity, as this is only the third known interstellar object to visit us. You can almost feel the tension in the observatory rooms, where blinking monitors and scribbled notes create a quiet orchestra of anticipation. It is a night alive with the hum of electronics and the soft scratch of pens on paper, a soundtrack to a cosmic story unfolding faster than anyone expected. Outside, the air is crisp and carries the scent of cold dew, as though the world itself is holding its breath. You imagine yourself standing alongside these scientists, peering through telescopes that could see light years away, and feeling the thrill of witnessing a celestial wanderer arriving unannounced. Boots on sand, light on land, shadows stretch like a painter's hand. The comet moves with a deliberate haste, as if the universe itself had pressed fast forward on its own grand timeline. You notice the way the night sky seems deeper tonight, darker in the corners, as if space is a velvet cloak pulled tighter around this small, bright object. Its speed defies ordinary expectation, a reminder that while humans plan, the cosmos rarely consults us. And yet, there is a rhythm to it, a cadence that pulls you gently into wonder rather than fear. Eyes trace the comet's faint glow, imagining ice and rock fused over billions of years, whispering secrets of distant stars. You can almost smell the cold of interstellar space, sharp and clean like the first winter morning after rain. Fingers hover over notes, comparing predictions to observations. The science, meticulous, yet tinged with the absurdity of trying to catch something that has traveled longer than human history. Starlight bends, mind ascends, curiosity loops, imagination extends. Each observation sparks another question, and each question seems bigger than the room, bigger than the planet, almost impossibly large. You feel the weight of deep time pressing gently against your consciousness, reminding you that in the grand scale, all of our calendars and clocks are just fleeting suggestions. And still, the comet sweeps past planets and moons, ignoring the rules we have made, following only the paths set long before Earth had life, before oceans had settled, before continents even dreamed of drifting apart. The data streams across networks, a river of numbers that hint at composition: water, ice, frozen gases, carbon compounds. You imagine that if you could touch it, 3i Atlas would feel impossibly cold, brittle yet alive with history. The tail stretches behind it like a banner of cosmic stories, bending and twisting under the sun's distant gaze. Dust and gas swirl as though painting a line from some faraway neighborhood of stars straight into our sky. Glass lenses capture more than light. They capture the collective heartbeat of humanity, staring into the unknown. Phones buzz softly with alerts, emails ping with excitement, and somewhere in the world, someone sketches what they hope this visitor might look like in 3 dimensions. For a moment, it feels almost absurd. Here we are, sipping coffee or tea, wrapped in blankets, while a piece of another star system cruises past, unnoticed by all but a few eyes. Glow on ice, freeze on spice, comet whispers secrets twice. You begin to imagine what it might have seen on its journey. Planets forming, suns dying, galaxies spinning in distant dances. It has traveled farther than any human can conceive. And yet tonight, in a small corner of Earth, its presence is intimate, almost touchable in the mind's eye. Scientists discuss, debate, and dream in hushed tones. Each calculation is a soft step along a staircase that climbs infinitely toward understanding. Dust of stars, light in jars, sliding past Venus, whispering Mars. The rhythm of observation becomes a lullaby of motion, the gentle sway of human curiosity in sync with the comet's silent song. Outside, the wind rustles leaves, echoing the faint echo of something moving far beyond our reach. Orbit traced, path embraced, cosmic visitor leaves no haste. You pause and let yourself imagine standing alone in the observatory, eyes wide, heart slowing in time with the gentle hum of machines. Even the absurdity of trying to quantify something so vast feels comforting, like counting grains of sand while the ocean waits patiently beyond the dunes. And in that quiet, you realize that wonder, like sleep, arrives when the mind is open and the world is patient. So tonight, as you drift into this tale of 3i Atlas, allow yourself to follow its journey across the sky, across time, across the imagination. Let the comet's story wind its way into your thoughts, a cosmic lullaby of ice, dust, and light, reminding you that even in the vastness of space, there are patterns, rhythms, and stories just waiting to be discovered. Unlike typical comets, 3i Atlas exhibits unusual behavior. Its trajectory is hyperbolic, meaning it's not bound by our sun's gravity and will eventually leave our solar system, making its visit a fleeting one. You might imagine standing on a quiet hill, wrapped in a blanket, peering at a telescope, while your thoughts drift as fast as this celestial traveler. Unlike the slow arcs of familiar comets, 3i Atlas sweeps past planets and moons with a bold disregard for local traffic, a cosmic sprinter racing across an invisible track. Light bends slightly around its icy form, glinting like 1,000 tiny mirrors scattered across an enormous snow globe. You can almost hear the quiet whisper of atoms evaporating from its surface, a faint hiss against the profound silence of interplanetary space. The comet moves with such deliberate speed that your mind stretches to keep pace, imagining what it has seen across billions of kilometers. Stars igniting, planets forming, collisions that shaped galaxies far beyond our night sky. Clouds of gas trail behind it like a ghostly veil, bending in arcs dictated by the sun's pull, yet never fully captured. You feel the absurdity of trying to measure something so transient, like timing the blink of a firefly while standing at the edge of a canyon. Some astronomers joke quietly that if 3i Atlas were any faster, we'd need to install cosmic speed bumps. Ice on tail, dust in trail, streaks of light that whisper a tale. Its hyperbolic orbit reminds you that the universe does not operate on our schedules, calendars, or comfort levels. The comet is fleeting, yet in its brief passage, it paints a story visible only to the patient, the curious, and the few awake to witness it. You imagine the tale stretching millions of kilometers, composed of particles older than the continents under your feet, drifting toward infinity like the softest snow on an endless winter night. You might think about the tiny telescopes scattered around Earth, some in deserts, some on mountaintops, all pointed skyward, collectively tracing this visitor's path. Somewhere, in the glow of a lab monitor, a scientist murmurs, "It's not just fast, it's impatient." And yet, in its apparent haste, there is rhythm. The comet arcs through the solar system in a graceful, uncatchable dance, a pattern almost poetic if you slow down enough to notice. Glow of ice, trace of spice, comet whispers, without advice. You can almost smell the faint scent of ozone from the sun's radiation interacting with its surface, a reminder that even cold objects carry energy when they pass too close to warmth. Fingers hover over notebooks and tablets, scribbling the velocity, trajectory, and brightness, translating numbers into something that can be imagined. The absurdity of trying to predict its every move feels charming, like balancing a teacup on a wobbly stack of books in zero gravity. The hyperbolic nature of 3I Atlas means it has no plans to linger. It is a visitor that reminds you of impermanence, like footprints on a sandy beach, washed away by a patient tide. Yet in its departure, there is beauty, a reminder that not all things are meant to stay, and sometimes a fleeting presence leaves the deepest impression. Trail in sky, swift and sly, comet arcs where eagles fly. You watch as light scatters off its icy surface, and in that sparkle, there is a story spanning millennia. Each atom in its tail carries secrets of stellar nurseries and distant worlds, floating silently past the planets you know so well. You imagine standing on Mars or Jupiter, seeing 3I Atlas from a completely alien horizon, a tiny visitor tracing its hyperbolic line through a foreign sky. Its speed feels almost conspiratorial, like it's teasing Earth, hinting at the vastness beyond the solar system without revealing too much. And in that tease, your mind drifts into philosophical wonder. How many other hyperbolic wanderers have passed by silently, unnoticed, carrying messages in ice and dust, witnesses to events that shaped galaxies before humans were even a thought? So, as you lie back, eyes closed or open, imagine following 3I Atlas along its fleeting path. Sense the velocity, the frozen spray of gas and dust, the impossible scale of time and distance it bridges. Let its brief presence in our sky lull you into a gentle reflection on impermanence, speed, and cosmic rhythm. Even the fastest traveler in the universe cannot hurry the slow unfolding of human curiosity, nor the quiet delight of simply watching and imagining. Early estimates suggest that 3I Atlas is significantly larger than its predecessors. Some scientists believe it could be the largest interstellar object we've encountered, challenging our understanding of such cosmic travelers. You can almost feel the weight of this realization pressing gently against your mind, a vastness that no telescope or measure can fully convey. Standing outside under a dark sky, wrapped in the quiet of night, you imagine the comet stretching across the horizon, a giant frozen traveler moving silently, indifferent to our scale. Its size is hard to comprehend, like comparing a skyscraper to a pebble or a planet to a grain of sand. You might try to picture it as a mountain floating through space, glimmering with ice and rock, yet utterly untouchable. The tail stretches far behind it, particles streaming like silver threads in the wind, except the wind here is the solar radiation of a distant sun, gentle and invisible to human senses. Ice in bulk, dust in pulp, streaks of silver spill and lurch. You imagine the comet's surface, rough and pockmarked like the skin of an ancient giant, yet delicate in places where the sun has kissed it, releasing faint vapor trails into the void. Each atom, each crystal of ice, has traveled farther than your mind can follow, perhaps since before the Earth itself had oceans. The sheer scale of 3I Atlas makes your heartbeat seem almost absurdly small, a quiet drum beneath a symphony of cosmic proportions. And yet, there is intimacy in imagining its journey, billions of kilometers traversed, yet tonight it passes silently over your head. You might compare it humorously to a celestial cargo ship, hauling a freight of ice and dust, delivering cosmic mail with no return address. Glow on stone, flight alone, comet drifts with a monotone. Its immense size also makes you ponder the possibilities hidden within. Could 3I Atlas harbor tiny cavities, regions that preserve materials from its home system? Could it be carrying the oldest remnants of interstellar chemistry, untouched for billions of years? The thought is both humbling and absurdly delightful, like imagining a library the size of a mountain floating silently in space. Sensors on Earth buzz softly as astronomers calculate its dimensions, each estimate adjusting like the stretch of an elastic band. You imagine them comparing notes, sipping lukewarm coffee, eyes wide as they try to reconcile the enormity of what they are seeing with the limits of human imagination. Outside, the night air is crisp, carrying the faint scent of frost and earth, grounding you in your tiny corner of the planet, while your mind drifts far beyond. Ice on ridge, edges a bridge, frozen whispers slip and smidge. You picture yourself walking alongside the tail in your imagination, brushing against clouds of dust so fine they might as well be dreams, feeling the subtle tickle of particles that have not known warmth since the formation of their star. It is a gentle, slow-motion dance of matter, unfolding over distances and timescales that make human concerns shrink almost to nothing. The size of 3I Atlas also invites a touch of humor in your thoughts. You might imagine trying to give it a nickname, as if calling it Big Ice or Cosmic Snowball could somehow shrink it or make it more comprehensible. You know, of course, that the universe does not respond to human whim, and the comet continues its silent voyage without a single thought of your coffee or your blanket or your mental metaphors. Dust in line, shine divine, comet hums a tune benign. You reflect on how size changes perception. Small comets feel manageable. Large ones, like 3I Atlas, feel like a story too vast to be told in a single lifetime. And yet, by picturing it gently, exploring it in imagination, you participate in a quiet communion with something eternal, a reminder that scale is relative and awe is accessible anywhere, even from a dimly lit bedroom. So tonight, as you let your mind drift across the immense surface of 3I Atlas, consider its scale in the universe and in your thoughts. Picture the vastness without fear, feel the gentle hum of cosmic rhythm, and allow yourself to be lulled by the notion that size, speed, and distance are all part of a grand, slow dance that invites your imagination to float alongside it. Even the largest traveler can become a soft lullaby when viewed through curiosity, patience, and a mind willing to drift among stars. As 3I Atlas approaches the sun, it begins to develop a tail, a stream of gas and dust particles. This tail provides valuable clues about the comet's composition and the conditions of its distant origin. You can almost feel the subtle excitement of scientists as they point telescopes skyward, eyes tracing the delicate plume that stretches millions of kilometers behind the comet. There's a soft hush in the observatories, punctuated by the quiet beeps of instruments capturing data that is older than the Earth itself. Outside, the night is still, the air carrying a faint scent of frost, as if the planet itself is holding its breath to watch this visitor's performance. Twist and swirl, dust in curl, comet dances, secrets unfurl. You imagine standing beneath 3-eye Atlas, looking up at the tail arcing gracefully across the sky. The stream of gas catches sunlight and glows like a ribbon woven from silver and moonlight. A silent storybook written in particles too small to see individually but collectively magnificent. Each speck is a messenger, carrying hints of its birthplace in a distant star system, frozen and preserved across incomprehensible distances. You might think of the tail as a cosmic fingerprint, unique and telling, composed of water ice, carbon monoxide, and dust elements that whisper stories of formation and travel. The plume is delicate yet immense, bending under solar winds and radiation pressure, a dynamic sculpture shaped by invisible forces. You can almost hear it crackle softly, a hissing reminder that even in the cold vacuum of space, physics is alive and expressive. Glow on frost, drift and toss, comet tells its story across the gloss. Observatories capture images that are both scientific and absurdly beautiful, as if the universe is showing off in subtle, playful ways. You imagine a researcher sipping tepid coffee while comparing notes, whispering, "It's like painting with ice on a cosmic canvas," and you smile at the thought. The comet's tail curves elegantly, pointing directly away from the sun, a visual arrow that hints at its motion and composition, telling a tale that will be deciphered slowly by careful minds. Fingers trace graphs, eyes scan maps, particles dancing in solar laps. You begin to picture the individual molecules in the tail, colliding gently, releasing tiny bursts of light as they interact with sunlight. Each puff is like a miniature starburst, a fleeting punctuation in the vastness, a whisper from across the galaxy. The tail bends and twists, sometimes appearing to shimmer and flicker in ways that almost feel alive, a slow-motion ballet performed in near silence. The tail is not just a spectacle, it is a record, a diary written in ice and dust. Scientists analyze the ratios of molecules, trying to understand the environment in which 3-eye Atlas formed. You imagine reading these results like letters sent over eons, messages from a distant place, revealing secrets of temperature, pressure, and chemical composition, all embedded in a fleeting streak of frozen gas. Stream in line, shine divine, comet hums through space and time. The tail also reminds you of impermanence. It is here now, visible in telescopes, and yet, in a matter of weeks, it will dissipate, leaving only subtle traces. It is both ephemeral and eternal in memory, a paradox that mirrors our own fleeting perception of cosmic events. You feel a sense of humility, realizing that humans are spectators to a dance that has unfolded for billions of years. And yet, in this moment, you are connected to it. The tail sways gently, responding to unseen forces, bending as if acknowledging your gaze. You might imagine floating alongside it in imagination, brushing past clouds of gas and dust so fine they tickle like distant snowfall. There is absurd beauty in the thought that a single comet can carry the memory of a star system across interstellar space, arriving here just to remind you how vast and intricate the universe truly is. Dust in flight, morning light, comet whispers, secrets bright. And in this quiet meditation, you feel the gentle rhythm of the comet's journey, the slow unfolding of its tail, the subtle hints of ancient chemistry, the poetry of motion across distances impossible to measure in human terms. You are part of this observation, yet tiny and unhurried, a witness to an elegant, fleeting narrative written in gas and ice. So tonight, As you drift through the story of 3i Atlas, picture the tail stretching behind it like a silken scarf, whispering of origins far away and of the forces that sculpt space. Allow your thoughts to follow those particles gently, drifting in time and light, floating in the silent wonder of a universe that is at once vast, intricate, and quietly playful, telling tales only patience and imagination can truly hear. Spectroscopic observations reveal the presence of water and carbon dioxide ice in the comet's coma. These findings suggest that 3i Atlas is composed of materials similar to those found in our own solar system. You can almost feel the thrill of discovery mingling with the cool night air as you imagine scientists peering through telescopes, eyes wide, translating faint light into stories of chemistry billions of kilometers away. The instruments hum softly, capturing spectra that are invisible to the naked eye, but speak volumes about the comet's composition. Outside, the wind stirs, leaves and brushes against your face, as though urging your imagination to stretch farther into space. Ice in beams, frozen streams, whispers ride the solar gleams. You picture the molecules dancing in the coma, tiny specks of water and carbon dioxide releasing faint glimmers under sunlight. Each photon recorded tells a story of formation and travel, a chemical autobiography of a celestial wanderer born far from our Sunday. The patterns in the spectrum reveal similarities to comets that have formed within our own neighborhood, yet 3i Atlas carries these familiar materials across unimaginable distances. The observation feels almost absurd in its precision. You imagine scientists comparing lines on a spectral graph to tiny fingerprints, each peak and trough a clue in a cosmic detective story. It is meticulous work, patient and quiet, yet there is an underlying poetry. The comet, unbothered by human curiosity, drifts gracefully, allowing us glimpses of its inner nature. Dust in flight, ice in light, comet hums through endless night. You might think about the tail curling gently behind 3i Atlas, each particle a messenger of its origin. Water ice hints at distant star-forming regions, while carbon dioxide hints at the cold and shadowed environments it has passed through over eons. You imagine the comet as a tiny, wandering museum, carrying exhibits from a distant system, moving silently past planets, moons, and asteroids that might never fully grasp its presence. The coma glows faintly, an ethereal halo surrounding the nucleus, like a halo around a distant, ancient traveler. You can almost smell the faint tang of ice and cosmic dust, a sensory imagination trick that makes the distant chemistry tangible. It is strange and delightful to think that something so far away is chemically relatable, connected in small ways to Earth's own building blocks. Spectral lines trace patterns, subtle designs, cosmic poems in icy minds. You might visualize yourself alongside the comet, floating near its icy surface in imagination, brushing past molecules that have survived interstellar travel for billions of years. The contrast between your warmth and the comet's frozen vastness heightens a quiet sense of wonder, a gentle reminder of scale, time, and the vast distance that separates yet connects us. The chemical signature also invites reflection on the nature of universality. Water and carbon dioxide are simple molecules, yet their presence on 3i Atlas suggests that some materials and processes repeat across the galaxy. The thought is humbling. Distant worlds, distant stars, yet somehow familiar chemistry, whispering that the universe carries shared stories in its icy wanderers. Glow of ice, atoms slice, cosmic messages quiet as mice. You imagine researchers collaborating across continents, comparing spectra, debating small differences, all under the soft glow of night, the quiet camaraderie of humans chasing knowledge together. Somewhere, coffee steams, pens hover over notebooks, and the absurdity of translating light from a comet billions of kilometers away into human comprehension feels oddly comforting. Particles spin, molecules grin, interstellar secrets tucked within. And in that moment, you pause, imagining 3i Atlas continuing its solitary journey, indifferent to our wonder, yet silently communicating its existence through water, carbon dioxide, and dust. Each observation is a gentle conversation, a reminder that science can be both meticulous and dreamlike, bridging the vast emptiness between stars and our quiet little minds on Earth. So tonight, as you follow the spectral story of 3i Atlas, picture those molecules spinning, colliding, and drifting silently, carrying tales of origin and composition. Allow your imagination to float along its path, to feel the delicate balance of ice and gas, and to drift into the gentle rhythm of a universe that is immense, intricate, and quietly playful, offering stories for those patient enough to look and listen. Traveling at speeds exceeding 130,000 miles per hour, 3i Atlas is moving faster than any comet we've observed. Its rapid journey underscores the vast distances it has traversed to reach us. You can almost feel the exhilaration, as if standing on the edge of a cosmic highway, watching an uncatchable traveler streak by, untethered and indifferent to earthly schedules. The air around you seems to thrum with the quiet energy of its passage, subtle yet immense, as if the universe itself has shifted slightly to accommodate its motion. Fast as wind, thin and pinned, comet darts where stars have thinned. You might imagine floating alongside it in the mind's eye, trying to keep pace with a body that has traveled from stars we may never see. Every kilometer it covers whispers a story of time and distance beyond human comprehension, a reminder that motion in the cosmos is measured in scales that dwarf our everyday experiences. You can almost taste the exhilaration, metallic and cold, like the first breath of air after stepping into winter. The rapidity of 3i Atlas brings absurd contrasts to mind. Imagine comparing it to a speeding bullet or a jet fighter, and then realizing that even those pale in comparison to a rock hurtling through the void, untouched by friction, gravity-bound only until the sun nudges it briefly before it slips back into deep space. The idea is funny and humbling. Here we are, wrapped in blankets, imagining trajectories that have crossed interstellar distances while we struggle with morning traffic. Zoom through night, streak of light, comet dances out of sight. Observers track every subtle change, every wobble or flare, translating the blinding speed into comprehensible data. Instruments record its motion as arcs and angles, curves and lines, and you feel a quiet satisfaction imagining the math as a slow lullaby, rather than a hurried calculation. Even at this speed, the comet's path is a story, a tale of acceleration, solar influence, and the sheer vastness of space. The journey of 3i Atlas also encourages you to reflect on scale. Its velocity bridges light minutes and light years, reminding you that motion is relative and perspective is everything. Standing on Earth, its speed seems incomprehensible, yet to itself, perhaps it moves with the ease of a bird gliding across the sky. You can almost hear the faint hiss of gas escaping, a whispering reminder that even objects traveling faster than your imagination have textures, compositions, and subtle interactions with the universe around them. Rush of ice, bright and nice, comet cuts through space like dice. You imagine its approach to the sun, accelerating as heat and radiation nudge its icy surface. Every second brings particles of dust and gas into the tail, streaming backward in luminous lines that shimmer against the black canvas of space. You picture researchers capturing these glimpses, watching in awe as light curves bend and tails shimmer, feeling both insignificant and connected in the quiet rhythm of observation. The speed is not just a number, it is a narrative. Every 130,000 miles per hour tells of distances that span star systems, of time frames that eclipse human history. You might humorously imagine the comet carrying a cosmic backpack filled with dust from countless worlds, rock from distant comets, ice from stars long gone, and secrets from a galaxy too large to contain in a single telescope. It passes by Earth's orbit in an instant, yet it has been traveling far longer than any calendar could account for. Glide past Mars, zoom through stars, comet travels beyond our jars. The experience is humbling and meditative. You feel the weight of distance, the quiet majesty of motion, the absurdity of comprehending something that has moved for billions of years to pass through your sky for a fleeting moment. Each flash in the tail is a punctuation mark, a whisper, a cosmic hint that the universe is alive with activity, endlessly unfolding. Speeder's song, short and long, comet carries time along, and in your mind's eye, you drift alongside it, not racing, but floating in sync with its motion, letting the rhythm of 3i Atlas's journey settle into your thoughts. You notice the contrast, immense velocity in the void versus the gentle, slow pulse of your own breath, a soft anchor against the wild acceleration of the cosmos. So tonight, as you imagine 3i Atlas tearing across the solar system at breathtaking speed, let your mind follow its path gently. Picture the comet as a messenger of distance, time, and cosmic wonder, and let its silent, rapid journey lull you into the slow rhythm of imagination and calm reflection, a meditation on motion, scale, and the fleeting yet profound presence of a stranger from beyond our stars. In October 2025, 3i Atlas makes its closest approach to Mars, passing within 18 million miles of the red planet. This rare event provides an opportunity for detailed observations by spacecraft orbiting Mars. You can almost feel the tension in mission control rooms, where scientists and engineers gather quietly, eyes fixed on screens, pens tapping softly, computers humming like distant cosmic pianos. Outside, on Earth, the night air is crisp, carrying the faint smell of frost and pine, while your imagination drifts to the dusty red plains of Mars and the silent ballet unfolding millions of miles above. Dust on rock, tail in shock, comet drifts past Mars like a clock. You picture the orbiters scanning the comet with cameras, spectrometers, and sensors, capturing data that has traveled billions of kilometers to reach them. Each image and measurement is a whisper from a visitor older than our planet, a fleeting but precious gift of knowledge. You imagine the spacecraft gliding through the thin Martian atmosphere, instruments angled perfectly, as if tiptoeing to avoid disturbing the silent interstellar traveler. The close approach is a chance to study 3i Atlas in a way that Earth-based telescopes cannot. You imagine scientists holding their breath as the data streams in, translating light into chemical signatures, velocities, and tiny variations in brightness. It's a quiet, patient observation, a meditation in motion, where every detail matters and every second is precious. The comet itself moves indifferent to the scrutiny, a silent messenger, trailing gas and dust across the void. Glide past Mars, cold and sparse, comet hums without a care or pass. You imagine standing on the Martian surface, red dust brushing your boots, watching the tail arc across the sky, faintly glowing against the rust-colored horizon. The tail's shimmer tells a story of ice sublimating, of solar winds interacting with gas, a delicate dance of physics that has been happening for billions of years before humans ever dreamed of looking up. You might picture engineers in control rooms sipping tepid coffee, whispering to each other. It's like watching a ghost glide through a red desert, and you smile at the humor in imagining a celestial entity as elusive and theatrical as any ghost story. The comet's approach is both rapid and elegant, a fleeting performance that only patience and technology can capture fully. Ice on Mars, dust in stars, comet drifts past rusty scars. The distance is vast, 18 million miles, yet in cosmic terms, it is intimate, a close encounter in the grand scheme of interstellar travel. You imagine the data points streaming back, each one a tiny heartbeat of the comet, revealing details about its mass, rotation, and chemical composition. Even at this scale, the universe feels personal, almost conspiratorial, sharing its secrets quietly with those paying attention. You reflect on how rare this moment is. Few objects travel between stars and through our solar system, and fewer still pass near a planet where orbiting eyes can observe them closely. The opportunity is a gift, a gentle nudge from the cosmos to pay attention, to notice the small wonders amidst the vast distances. You picture the comet's icy core spinning slowly, trailing its luminous tail like a cosmic kite, moving gracefully past Mars's barren plains. Tail in arcs, light in sparks, comet sings in cosmic parks. You can almost sense the energy in the thin Martian sky, the soft brush of solar radiation on particles of ice and dust, and the quiet pulse of discovery transmitted across millions of kilometers. Scientists record, annotate, and analyze, but the comet itself remains unbothered, an elegant visitor carrying stories from its distant home. The encounter also invites reflection. The comet's path reminds you of impermanence and perspective, a brief visit in an ancient universe, a fleeting brush against a planet that has its own stories of dust storms, canyons, and dry riverbeds. The fleeting nature of the moment gives it weight, beauty, and subtle absurdity, imagining a traveler from afar passing through with no regard for human schedules. So tonight, as you follow 3 Atlas past Mars in your imagination, picture the spacecraft scanning, the comet spinning, and the tail shimmering against the red planet's horizon. Let your thoughts drift along with it, feeling the vast distances, the precise observations, and the gentle rhythm of celestial motion. Even the briefest encounter can leave lasting impressions, a cosmic lullaby of distance, scale, and quiet wonder that soothes the mind and sparks gentle curiosity. Tracing its path backward, astronomers determine that 3 Atlas originates from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, near the galactic center. This suggests it has traveled through the heart of our galaxy. You can almost feel the enormity of that journey pressing gently against your mind, like standing on a small hill while a storm of stars sweeps silently overhead. The thought is dizzying, humbling, and oddly comforting, as if the universe is quietly reminding you of the vastness beyond human scales and daily concerns. Stars in line, light divine, comet drifts past space's spine. You imagine 3-eye atlas slipping between clusters of stars, weaving around black holes and stellar nurseries, threading through regions dense with cosmic history. Its voyage has taken it past supernovae, interstellar clouds, and countless other wonders, each leaving a subtle imprint on its icy surface. The comet carries all this silently, a cosmic traveler narrating the story of a galaxy that has existed long before Earth and will continue long after. You might picture astronomers plotting its trajectory, their monitors glowing softly in dark rooms, equations flowing like gentle streams of thought. Outside, the air is crisp, carrying a faint scent of dew, grounding you while your mind drifts billions of kilometers away to the very center of our galaxy. You can almost hear the quiet hum of the Milky Way, a low cosmic vibration that resonates faintly through imagination, guiding the path of 3-eye atlas. Ice in flight, shadow and light, comet sails through endless night. You imagine its icy surface, etched with tiny scars and particles that have witnessed the birth and death of stars. These traces are the chemical memoirs of distant systems, preserved for billions of years, now briefly observable through the patient gaze of telescopes on Earth and orbiting spacecraft. The universe's scale stretches your mind like taffy, reminding you that distance, time, and motion are only concepts we measure to feel a semblance of understanding. Galactic drift, stars adrift, comet hums a silent gift. You might picture 3-eye atlas passing near the Sagittarius constellation, light from those stars bending around it, scattering subtly, creating faint glimmers that reach human instruments as patterns and spectra. Each photon carries a story, a tiny fragment of the comet's long journey, and every measurement becomes a thread in the vast tapestry of cosmic knowledge. The journey of 3-eye atlas is almost absurdly poetic. You imagine it slipping past dense clouds of dust and gas, dodging gravitational nudges from unseen planets, and threading through regions where light itself bends under massive forces. And yet, it remains serene, indifferent, a traveler, uninterested in human marvels, but perfectly suited to spark them. You might smile at the humor in imagining a celestial courier, floating past worlds like an unhurried delivery service with no schedule to meet. Trace back time, stars in rhyme, comet drifts past, space is prime. You feel a quiet connection, as though by imagining this path, you become a participant in the voyage, your mind coasting alongside the icy visitor. The enormity of space, the billions of kilometers traveled, and the trillions of stars it has passed, remind you that observation, patience, and imagination are our closest bridges to understanding the cosmos. You might picture scientists collaborating, their excitement tempered with meticulous care. Each calculation, each plotted path, is an effort to reconstruct a journey that spans more than a human lifetime, a journey that challenges comprehension, yet invites quiet awe. Outside, the night remains calm, leaves rustling softly, reminding you that small moments on Earth coexist with the grand, silent ballet unfolding in the galaxy. Galactic core, secret store, comet drifts through cosmic door, and in that thought, you find a gentle rhythm, the vastness of space, the patient glide of 3-eye atlas, and your own slow heartbeat, all part of a subtle, intertwined cosmic pattern. You drift with it, imagining its long journey through crowded stellar neighborhoods, past glowing nebulae, and around massive stars, each passing year leaving a mark as faint as a fingerprint. So tonight, As you follow 3i Atlas toward its cosmic origin, picture the vast, spinning heart of the Milky Way and let your mind drift gently along its path. Feel the quiet majesty of a traveler older than our sun, a silent courier bearing chemical secrets across unimaginable distances, and allow your thoughts to float in sync with its voyage, embracing both the immensity of space and the intimate delight of observing its story from your small corner of Earth. Some scientists estimate that 3i Atlas is over 7 billion years old, predating our solar system by billions of years. This makes it one of the oldest objects we've ever studied. You can almost feel the weight of that time pressing gently on your imagination, like standing on a quiet hill, while the universe stretches backward in every direction. The comet carries a story older than the sun, older than Earth, older than oceans and continents, a frozen traveler moving silently through eons. Ancient ice, starlight slice, comet drifts through time so nice. You might imagine tracing its journey mentally, billions of years, threading through the galaxy, past stars forming, dying, exploding, and leaving faint traces of themselves along the way. Every particle of 3i Atlas is a messenger, whispering secrets of a universe in constant motion, shaped by forces that our human lifetimes cannot begin to grasp. Its existence is a testament to the persistence of matter and the quiet endurance of cosmic wanderers. You can almost smell the frozen gases, sharp and pristine, a scent of deep time carried in your imagination. Outside, the night is still, and your mind drifts across the billions of kilometers it has traveled, the countless interactions with radiation, gravity, and interstellar dust. Each of these encounters has shaped it subtly, like a stone polished by the slow, patient currents of a river. Only this river flows through the emptiness of space and time, rather than water. Starlit path, ancient math, comet drifts along its lonely path. You might picture scientists attempting to calculate its age, using clues from its composition and trajectory, turning faint light and scattered particles into timelines that stretch beyond human comprehension. The absurdity is delightful. We try to understand billions of years with instruments and minds that have existed for only a fraction of a second in comparison. Yet, in that attempt lies the quiet magic of discovery. Each icy fragment in 3i Atlas tells a story of formation in distant star systems, where temperatures, pressures, and cosmic chemistry combine to create a tiny traveler that would one day pass near our Sunday. You can imagine it moving through the void, undisturbed, carrying the memory of stars long gone, nebulae dispersed, and perhaps worlds never even observed. Its age reminds you of scale, the vastness of time and space, and the patience required to witness even a fraction of the universe's stories. Time so vast, echoes cast, comet whispers of the past. You might picture a calendar of billions of years, each day insignificant compared to the long history 3i Atlas has traveled. Each rotation of the comet, each orbit it has avoided in foreign systems, adds to the layered narrative of its existence. You feel the quiet awe of standing in its presence, even in imagination, knowing that it has been drifting through the cosmos long before humans walked the Earth. The comet's age also carries a subtle humor, the absurdity of considering something so ancient, passing silently while we fret about our schedules and deadlines. You might picture the comet gliding past solar systems, oblivious to life forms evolving and fading, silently enduring, unhurried, almost smug in its longevity. There is a conspiratorial charm in imagining a celestial traveler that has seen it all, patient and timeless, while we measure our lives in seconds, days, and years. Ice in deep, light in sweep. Comet's secrets none can keep. You imagine floating alongside it in the mind's eye, feeling the immense span of time condensed into a single, elegant body moving steadily through space. The nucleus carries clues about ancient chemical processes, the formation of stars, and the conditions in distant systems billions of years before Earth's oceans existed. Each tiny fragment is a relic, a time capsule traveling on a trajectory written long before human curiosity began. You might think about how little 3i Atlas cares about our fascination. It glides silently, indifferent to observation, yet in doing so, offers us a gift, the chance to glimpse the very ancient, to contemplate the vastness of time, and to participate in a quiet meditation on endurance and persistence. Its journey reminds you that some things last far beyond our lifetimes, and yet can be felt intimately through imagination and observation. So tonight, as you follow the ancient voyage of 3i Atlas, imagine it gliding through the galaxy, carrying secrets older than your thoughts, older than Earth, older than the sun itself. Let the immense age soothe your mind, letting time slow to the gentle rhythm of the cosmos, reminding you that in the vastness of the universe, patience, wonder, and quiet observation are as eternal as the comet drifting silently above. Given its unusual characteristics, some researchers, like astrophysicist Avi Loeb, have speculated that 3i Atlas could be an artificial object, perhaps a probe sent by an advanced civilization. You can almost feel the thrill and absurdity of this idea pressing gently against your imagination, like stepping quietly into a room where a cosmic secret has been left just for you. It is both exhilarating and meditative, a reminder that the universe often invites wonder before certainty. Outside, the night air is cool and still, carrying a faint scent of dew, as if the planet itself is waiting for your imagination to catch up. Metallic gleam, distant dream, comet hums a quiet scheme. You might picture the comet as a carefully crafted messenger, a small object built with precision, gliding through the vast emptiness with a mission unknowable to human minds. Its icy composition, its hyperbolic trajectory, even its enormous scale could, in a playful twist of thought, hint at design beyond natural processes. The thought is absurd, yes, yet comforting, like imagining a cosmic pen pal silently waving from light years away. You can almost hear the quiet debates among scientists, voices hushed, words flowing like gentle streams. Could it really be natural, or is there something more subtle at play? Monitors glow softly in dim rooms, hands hover over notes, and your mind drifts along with the speculation, balancing careful reasoning with the poetry of possibility. The idea that 3i Atlas might be artificial adds a layer of storytelling to the universe, a gentle reminder that even in vast emptiness, curiosity thrives. Trace the line, question fine, comet dances past design. You imagine drifting alongside it in thought, its icy surface glinting faintly in the distant sunlight, carrying not just ice and dust, but a story real or imagined of intelligence beyond our own. The absurdity is gentle, playful, almost conspiratorial. The universe nudges us with subtle mysteries, and you are invited to follow quietly, letting speculation float alongside data. Instruments hum, photons drum. Science meets the ideas that come. The comet's unusual shape and reflective properties feed this quiet speculation, hinting at geometry or surface features that are difficult to explain through natural processes alone. You imagine telescopes zooming in, analyzing light patterns and subtle variations, translating them into human comprehension. And yet, the object itself remains indifferent, moving silently and elegantly along its path. Silver trail, ancient sail, comet glides without a tail. You can picture researchers in distant observatories, some serious, some with wry smiles, discussing the notion of a probe traveling across interstellar space. The conversation is both scientific and slightly whimsical, a reminder that curiosity and humor can coexist even when pondering the deepest mysteries of the cosmos. Outside, the wind rustles gently, carrying the sound of distant leaves and the soft hum of life on Earth, grounding you while your mind follows this distant traveler. You might imagine that if 3i Atlas is indeed artificial, it could have been launched billions of years ago, traveling patiently across the galaxy, a silent witness to the rise and fall of stars, the formation of planets, and the quiet unfolding of time. The idea is humbling and comforting at once, a messenger that observes, endures, and carries knowledge beyond the reach of fleeting civilizations. Glint of ice, distant spice, comet drifts without advice. Even if the artificial theory is improbable, imagining it invites you to explore the boundaries of possibility, letting your thoughts expand alongside the comet's motion. You consider the absurdity and wonder in equal measure, a silent object moving across interstellar space, indifferent to human imagination, yet perfectly capable of inspiring it. You feel the gentle rhythm of speculation settling in your mind, like a soft lullaby of wonder, a balance of science, imagination, and cosmic scale. 3i Atlas, whether natural or artificial, is a messenger of curiosity, reminding you that questions can be as valuable as answers, and that sometimes the universe prefers to remain silent while we dream. So tonight, as you drift alongside the speculative journey of 3i Atlas, imagine it moving quietly, carrying possibilities as much as matter. Let your thoughts float gently along its trajectory, feeling the subtle thrill of cosmic mysteries, the gentle absurdity of imagining intelligence beyond Earth, and the soothing reminder that the universe is vast, intricate, and quietly inviting your imagination to wander with it. While intriguing, the majority of scientists believe that 3i Atlas is a natural comet. Its peculiarities are seen as part of the diverse nature of cosmic bodies. You can almost feel the calm authority of this consensus, a gentle reassurance in the hum of observatories, where instruments measure light and dust with meticulous care. Outside, the night air is soft and crisp, carrying the faint scent of early frost, as your imagination drifts alongside this interstellar visitor, tracing its path through the vast emptiness. Ice in swirl, space in twirl, comet glides past planets curl. You imagine scientists comparing notes, reviewing data, and quietly nodding to one another as they piece together the evidence that points toward a natural origin. Its hyperbolic trajectory, its massive size, the chemical signatures in its coma, all are remarkable, but none defy the rules of physics as we understand them. The comet is extraordinary, yet comprehensible, a natural marvel in the grand ballet of the cosmos. You might picture the tail stretching far behind 3i Atlas, a delicate plume of dust and gas that bends under solar radiation, a beautiful visual record of the forces shaping its journey. Every particle in that tail is a note in a long, silent song, a testament to the natural processes that have governed the universe for billions of years. You imagine standing nearby in your mind, feeling the faint brush of cosmic dust in your hair, smelling the clean scent of interstellar ice, and listening to the quiet rhythm of motion in space. Trail of light, soft and bright. Comet drifts through endless night. Observatories around the globe track its motion, capturing images, spectra, and velocities, each measurement confirming that this visitor is a natural product of cosmic chemistry. And yet, there is room for imagination, a space where curiosity flourishes, as humans ponder how something so extraordinary could arise without intelligent design. You might smile at the gentle absurdity of imagining 3I Atlas as a playful trickster of the cosmos, teasing astronomers while obeying the laws of nature. You feel the subtle elegance of the scientific process. Hypotheses are made, observations gathered, and conclusions drawn with patience and care. The peculiarities of 3I Atlas, the unexpected brightness, the unusual orbit, the massive size are all explained within natural variation. The universe has no need for drama. It simply follows the rules, quietly, elegantly, in ways both predictable and endlessly fascinating. Ice and dust. Matter's trust. Comet moves, as physics must. You might imagine floating beside it, seeing each fragment of rock and ice drift independently yet harmoniously, shaped by gravity, solar radiation, and interstellar forces. The comet carries no message, no design, only a record of natural history that has unfolded across eons. In this quiet, you realize the beauty of science. Even without intentionality, the universe can astonish, inspire, and lull your mind into wonder. Researchers' notes, careful quotes, track the comet as it floats. You picture their discussions, hushed and thoughtful, sometimes playful, sometimes reflective, as they balance skepticism with curiosity. The consensus is not dismissive. It is respectful of the comet's complexity and its role as a natural interstellar visitor. And as you imagine it moving past planets, you feel the gentle reassurance that the universe is orderly enough to be understood, yet vast enough to surprise endlessly. Path so wide, stars aside, comet glides with nothing to hide. You consider how rare it is to witness such a visitor, how fleeting its passage, and how patient observation allows humans to glean insight from what might otherwise be unnoticed. The comet's natural origin does not diminish its wonder. Instead, it highlights the intricate dance of matter and energy, chemistry and motion, across billions of kilometers and years. You might picture 3I Atlas continuing its journey, leaving behind subtle traces of its passage, hints in light and dust, while you observe from Earth with quiet fascination. Its beauty lies not in mystery alone, but in the interplay of known physics, chemistry, and motion, a gentle reminder of the universe's elegance. So tonight, as you follow the scientific consensus surrounding 3I Atlas, allow yourself to appreciate the quiet majesty of a natural comet, vast, ancient, and traveling through space with gentle precision. Feel the rhythm of motion, the interplay of light and dust, and the soothing certainty that even in a universe filled with surprises, careful observation and patient reasoning reveal truths that are as remarkable as they are calming. Astronomers worldwide have turned their instruments toward 3I Atlas, capturing images and data to better understand this interstellar visitor and its implications. You can almost hear the gentle hum of observatories across the globe, each one tuned like a musical instrument, harmonizing in a quiet symphony of human curiosity. Outside, the night is calm, the air cool and soft against your skin, as if inviting your mind to drift alongside the comet, following its path through the vastness of space. Telescopes gleam, night air streams, comet passes through scientists' dreams. You might picture observatories perched on mountaintops, in deserts, and on islands, their mirrors and lenses reflecting starlight while capturing faint glimmers of ice and dust, trailing behind three eye-atlas. Each photon collected is a whisper from the comet, a message about its composition, motion, and history, traveling billions of kilometers to reach human eyes. The magnitude of such coordination is almost absurd in its quiet elegance, like an orchestra playing across continents without ever seeing one another. Data flows gently, numbers float. Comet leaves a luminous note. You can imagine researchers comparing images on monitors, pointing out subtle variations in brightness, tiny irregularities in the tail, and the faint glow of its icy nucleus. Each measurement is painstaking, methodical, yet tinged with a kind of awe that cannot be quantified. Outside, you might feel the faint brush of a breeze, carrying the scent of earth and frost, grounding your imagination while your mind floats alongside this interstellar traveler. Spectra align, photons shine, comet tells its story line by line. You picture the comet as a silent lecturer, imparting knowledge through light and dust, allowing human observers a glimpse into processes that shaped star systems far from our own. Its journey is ancient, its information rich, and its presence fleeting. Yet the global network of instruments transforms that brief visit into a detailed narrative, accessible across time zones and continents. Orbit traced, data paced, comet moves without haste. You might imagine scientists whispering quietly in observatories, a gentle hum of conversation punctuated by soft laughter at the strangeness of translating cosmic phenomena into human comprehension. The comet is indifferent to human schedules, moving at velocities unimaginable, yet it inspires a unity of attention and patience that spans the globe. Each observation is a small meditation, a careful act of witnessing that bridges continents and cultures. Ice in swirl, dust in curl, comet drifts, and secrets unfurl. You picture arrays of instruments, radio antennas, optical telescopes, and space-based observatories all aligned, collecting light that has traveled longer than Earth has existed. Each device contributes a small piece to a puzzle, a mosaic of understanding that will take time to fully appreciate. The collective gaze of humanity is both patient and playful, capturing data while marveling at the comet's silent, unwavering journey. You might consider the human element, the quiet camaraderie of teams in distant labs, the careful annotation of images, the gentle excitement of discovery. Somewhere, a researcher sips coffee and marvels at a slight shift in the tail's angle. Somewhere else, a student sketches the trajectory, imagining themselves floating beside three eye-atlas in the void. The coordination across languages, cultures, and hemispheres is a testament to curiosity, patience, and shared wonder. Glint on ice, precise yet nice, comet drifts past Earth's device. You can almost hear the faint electronic hums blending with imagined cosmic whispers, a subtle symphony of observation that speaks both to the comet's journey and humanity's desire to understand. Each piece of data, each photograph, each spectrum is a gentle thread connecting us to something immense, ancient, and beautifully indifferent. Time and distance, measured, traced, comet glides without haste. And in this quiet reflection, you notice a soft rhythm forming, the comet's passage, the collection of observations, and your own breath, all moving in a slow, gentle cadence. It is a reminder that observing the universe is both an act of patience and a meditation, a way to align with rhythms far larger than ourselves. So tonight, as you follow the global observations of 3i Atlas, imagine telescopes across the world, instruments pointed skyward, capturing ice, dust, and light, translating them into stories we can understand. Let your mind drift gently alongside this interstellar visitor, feeling the unity of human curiosity and the quiet wonder of a universe that shares its secrets slowly, patiently, and beautifully. The arrival of 3i Atlas has captured the public's imagination, sparking discussions about the possibility of life beyond Earth and our place in the universe. You can almost feel the quiet hum of excitement ripple across the world, from classrooms to cafes, from social media feeds to quiet living rooms. People lean toward their screens or gaze skyward, imagining a visitor from distant stars, a tiny messenger carrying secrets older than Earth itself. Outside, the air is crisp and still, carrying the subtle scent of late-night dew, grounding you even as your mind drifts through cosmic possibilities. Stars in line, thoughts entwine, comet sparks the human mind. You might picture a child with wide eyes imagining 3i Atlas as a cosmic wanderer, a distant traveler gliding silently past planets while we observe from a small blue dot. Conversations arise in whispers and messages. Could there be life out there? What stories does it carry? The comet becomes a gentle muse, inspiring curiosity and wonder, threading through the collective imagination like silver through a tapestry. The public fascination is both thoughtful and playful. You imagine memes and sketches appearing online, some serious, some humorous, portraying 3i Atlas as a visitor with an agenda, perhaps checking off planets on a cosmic to-do list. There's charm in the absurdity. We assign personalities and missions to something entirely indifferent, yet in doing so, we feel a subtle connection to the vast, cold reaches of space. Glow on dust, humans trust. Comet drifts as stories gust. You picture forums and classrooms alive with discussion, hypotheses offered with gentle laughter, and the occasional gasp at a new image or observation. Each article, video, and post becomes a small bridge between the human mind and the distant traveler, a shared meditation on the scale, age, and wonder of 3i Atlas. Even casual observers are invited into the quiet contemplation of what it means to witness something so extraordinary. You might imagine journalists gently explaining the comet's chemical composition, trajectory, and velocity, translating technical language into narrative, while simultaneously leaving room for imagination. Outside, the world remains calm. Leaves rustle softly, night insects chirp quietly, and somewhere a person lies in bed, drifting between curiosity and relaxation as they follow the story of 3i Atlas. The comet is both scientific marvel and muse, an ephemeral inspiration weaving together knowledge and dream. Spectra shine, ideas twine, comet drifts through human time. You picture astronomers appearing on broadcasts, their soft voices explaining observations, while the comet silently glides across the sky, carrying ice and dust that has traveled billions of kilometers. Each observation triggers awe, a reminder that the universe operates on scales and timelines far beyond human experience. And yet, in that awe, there is intimacy. We share this moment, this curiosity, this gentle fascination, all while the comet passes silently by. The comet also stirs philosophical thought. You imagine pondering not just its physical nature, but the subtle questions it inspires. What is our place in the galaxy? How many other travelers have passed unnoticed? Could life exist elsewhere, quietly observing their own small worlds? The comet is a mirror, reflecting both the immensity of the cosmos and the persistent, curious nature of human thought. Ice and tail, bright and frail, comet drifts along its trail. In your mind's eye, you see the public watching, imagining, sketching, reading, or silently pondering. Their fascination forms a soft chorus, an unspoken meditation shared across time zones and continents. You feel a gentle kinship with these observers, a quiet community united not by proximity, but by curiosity and wonder. Glow in night, minds alight, comet drifts with stories bright. You imagine the comet's tail shimmering under sunlight, a luminous reminder of the vast distances it has traveled, carrying material older than planets and stars. Its presence sparks conversation, daydreams, and quiet reflection, an invitation to explore both the universe outside and the imagination within. So tonight, as you drift alongside the public fascination with 3-eye Atlas, picture minds everywhere, gently turning toward the sky, hearts and thoughts carried along by this ancient traveler. Feel the connection, the shared curiosity, and the gentle, playful awe that even a silent, indifferent comet can inspire, letting it lull your imagination into calm contemplation. A cosmic meditation of light, distance, and quiet wonder. Advancements in telescope technology, such as the James Webb and Hubble Space Telescopes, have allowed for unprecedented observations of 3-eye Atlas, revealing details never before seen. You can almost feel the quiet thrill of discovery, imagining instruments orbiting Earth and beyond, their delicate lenses and mirrors capturing light that has traveled billions of kilometers. Outside, the night is calm, stars scattered like silver dust across black velvet, while your imagination drifts alongside the comet, tracing its path through space, as advanced technology records its journey with breathtaking precision. Mirrors shine, light divine, comet glides past cosmic spine. You might picture the James Webb Telescope, suspended in its orbit, turning its eye toward 3-eye Atlas, capturing infrared images that reveal subtle variations in the comet's icy surface. Every pixel recorded is a whisper from across the cosmos, translating ancient light into data that human minds can interpret. There is a quiet poetry in the precision of these instruments, a gentle hum of ingenuity allowing us to witness something far beyond our physical reach. You can imagine the Hubble telescope adding its observations, focusing visible light to complement the infrared insights, a dance of technology collecting photons as if each were a secret to be gently uncovered. The comet's tail shimmers in these images, revealing patterns of dust and gas that are delicate, intricate, and fleeting. You can almost feel the soft brush of imagined cosmic particles as you drift alongside this interstellar traveler in your mind, tracing its luminous trail across space. Data flows gently, light enrolls, comet tells its story in silent scrolls. You picture scientists analyzing this influx of information, their faces illuminated by monitors in quiet observatories, hands hovering over keyboards and pens poised over notebooks. Each discovery, tiny irregularities in the nucleus, subtle shifts in the tail, unexpected chemical signals is celebrated quietly, a gentle acknowledgement of how far our tools have come in letting us witness the extraordinary. Precision hums, optics strum, comet's secrets softly come. You might imagine how the instruments work. Mirrors aligned with meticulous care, sensors cooled to near absolute zero, computers translating faint glimmers into spectra and images. Each piece of technology is a marvel in itself, a silent partner in observing 3I Atlas, a collaboration between human ingenuity and the patience of the cosmos. The comet itself drifts calmly, indifferent to the attention, yet its presence inspires awe and gentle wonder across laboratories, classrooms, and bedrooms alike. Trace the light, sensors bright, comet's details come to sight. You feel a sense of intimacy with the process, imagining your mind drifting alongside the data streams, passing the chemical composition, the reflective surfaces, and the shape of the nucleus. The instruments make the invisible visible, transforming faint light into knowledge, bridging the enormous distances with elegance and care. Outside, the night remains still, a gentle breeze carrying the faint scent of frost. You might picture children, students, and enthusiasts peering through smaller telescopes, comparing their observations with those of the grand space observatories. The contrast is charming, human curiosity at every scale, all connected by the silent trail of 3I Atlas. Even casual observers feel a quiet link to something immense, ancient, and moving in perfect silence above them. Gaze in awe, science draw, comet drifts with no flaw. You imagine the comet's icy surface responding subtly to solar radiation, shedding tiny particles that the telescopes capture, revealing details of structure and composition. It is almost musical, the coordination of technology, imagination, and observation, forming a slow, gentle symphony. Each new discovery adds texture to the story of 3I Atlas, layering meaning and fascination without ever disturbing the comet's graceful journey. Light in span, human plan, comet drifts through space's scan, and in this quiet reflection, you sense the soft rhythm of progress, telescopes orbiting, scientists calculating, observers imagining, all harmonized by curiosity and patience. Technology allows you to feel closer to the comet, even as it sails billions of kilometers away. A reminder that ingenuity and imagination can shrink vast distances, if only in thought. So tonight, as you follow the technological marvels, observing 3I Atlas, picture mirrors, sensors, and instruments aligning perfectly, capturing its passage with unprecedented clarity. Drift with the comet in your mind, sensing the delicate patterns of light, ice, and dust, and let the quiet hum of human ingenuity lull you into contemplation, a gentle meditation on precision, wonder, and the elegance of discovery in a vast, silent universe. The study of 3I Atlas has become a focal point for educational programs, inspiring students and educators alike to delve into the wonders of space science. You can almost feel the quiet excitement in classrooms and online learning platforms, where minds young and old turn skyward in curiosity. Outside, the air is soft and still, carrying a hint of the evening's coolness, while your imagination drifts alongside the comet, tracing its icy path across the silent expanse of space. Books in hand, minds expand, comet glides through every land. You might picture a student sketching 3I Atlas in a notebook, tracing its tail, imagining its hyperbolic orbit, and wondering about the forces that guide it. Teachers explain with calm excitement, drawing diagrams on whiteboards, letting their voices float softly like starlight, showing how observations from Earth and space telescopes translate into knowledge. The comet becomes a bridge between imagination and understanding, connecting abstract physics and chemistry to a visible, awe-inspiring reality. The educational impact extends far beyond diagrams and equations. You might imagine classrooms buzzing quietly, students measuring the tail's length in sketches, calculating velocity, or simulating its trajectory in software. The comet encourages playful curiosity, prompting questions that span from chemical composition to philosophical reflections about our place in the galaxy. Outside, the night remains calm, leaves rustling softly, grounding your thoughts while your mind travels alongside 3I Atlas. Icy plume, classroom room, comet hums a learning tune. You can picture a teacher explaining how light from the comet reveals its chemical signature, how instruments measure gases and dust, and how this information helps us understand not just 3I Atlas, but interstellar objects in general. The comet becomes a living lesson, a tangible thread connecting students to the vast, mysterious universe beyond Earth. In labs, students conduct experiments inspired by 3I Atlas. You might imagine them creating models of comet tails, simulating sublimation, or calculating the comet's hyperbolic trajectory. Each activity is both educational and meditative, a quiet invitation to think, imagine, and connect with something immense. The comet is a gentle teacher, offering lessons in physics, chemistry, mathematics, and wonder, all wrapped in the silent poetry of space. Science fair tables, data in scales, comet drifts as curiosity sails. You might picture children presenting their findings, pointing to diagrams of 3I Atlas, describing its journey past Mars, its tail of dust and ice, and the chemical signatures captured by advanced telescopes. The excitement is subtle but contagious, like a faint echo of the universe's rhythm reaching down to Earth, inspiring patience, attention, and awe. Outside the classroom, educational programs extend to documentaries, videos, and interactive online experiences. You imagine a viewer lying under a blanket at home, headphones in place, drifting gently through a visualization of 3I Atlas, watching it glide across starfields, while absorbing scientific facts presented in soothing tones. The comet becomes both subject and companion, guiding your imagination through interstellar space while teaching quietly and persistently. Dust in light, learning bright, comet drifts through curious sight. You might picture educators gently nudging students toward reflection, asking, "What does this comet tell us about the galaxy?" Or, "How does understanding its path help us grasp our place in the universe?" The questions are soft invitations, leading to curiosity and contemplation rather than pressure, mirroring the calm rhythm of the comet's own journey. The comet's educational influence also inspires long-term curiosity. You can imagine students dreaming of becoming astronomers, engineers, or scientists, motivated by the gentle allure of a distant visitor that has traveled billions of kilometers to pass briefly near our solar system. The lessons extend beyond facts. They teach patience, observation, and the quiet joy of seeking understanding without urgency. So tonight, as you drift alongside the educational impact of 3I Atlas, imagine classrooms, labs, and quiet rooms around the world, minds lifted gently toward the sky. Let your thoughts float with the comet, feeling the rhythm of learning, discovery, and curiosity unfold in harmony with its silent passage. 3I Atlas reminds us that even the vastest distances, the oldest objects, and the deepest mysteries can inspire minds both young and old, quietly, gently, and endlessly. The existence of interstellar objects like 3I Atlas raises profound questions about the nature of life and intelligence in the universe. You can almost feel the gentle tug of curiosity as you imagine the comet drifting silently through space, indifferent yet inspiring, moving through billions of kilometers while quietly provoking thought. Outside, the night air is cool and still, the faint scent of dew carrying the essence of quiet reflection as your mind drifts along with this ancient traveler, pondering questions as vast as its journey. Stars align, thoughts entwine, comet drifts through space and time. You might picture yourself gazing upward, wondering not just about 3I Atlas, but about the countless worlds it has passed, and the possibilities of life there. Could some civilization, perhaps, have once observed it, or a similar visitor, pondering its own place in a galaxy teeming with stars? The mind stretches gently, balancing awe with humility, as you consider that your own existence is but a fleeting moment in a universe that is patient and infinite. Ice in trace, silent space, comet hums a patient pace. You imagine philosophers and scientists alike, quietly debating the implications of interstellar visitors. The presence of 3I Atlas raises questions about intelligence, curiosity, and the likelihood of life elsewhere. Does the universe favor complexity? Do cosmic wanderers like this comet provide a subtle, indirect communication across space and time? You smile softly at the gentle absurdity of imagining messages encoded in ice and dust, invisible to the eye, yet capable of sparking profound wonder in those patient enough to observe. You can picture yourself tracing its hyperbolic path, feeling the impossibility of capturing its motion fully with numbers or models. Its very existence challenges assumptions, inviting philosophical reflection. You consider the idea that intelligence may not be rare, or perhaps it is, but not in ways we expect. The comet drifts on, indifferent, yet its silent passage stirs the imagination and questions alike. A slow meditation on scale, life, and cosmic possibility. Twist and turn, thoughts return, comet drifts while questions burn. You might imagine an educator in a quiet classroom, softly guiding students to consider these questions, connecting the comet's physical presence to abstract contemplation. The discussion flows gently, allowing minds to wander alongside the comet's journey, while the comet itself glides silently, a patient tutor teaching through presence rather than instruction. You can almost hear the quiet hum of observatories around the world, instruments recording light from 3I Atlas, as if to answer questions that are themselves unanswerable. The comet's chemical composition, trajectory, and velocity become metaphors for curiosity and patience, demonstrating that some knowledge can only be approached gradually, with quiet observation and reflection. Outside, the breeze stirs softly, leaves rustling like a gentle applause for your imagination. Dust in line, mind refine, comet drifts beyond design. You might imagine yourself asking, what if life exists elsewhere? And then considering, what forms might intelligence take in an environment so different from our own? The comet serves as both prompt and partner, encouraging contemplation without urgency, allowing your mind to drift through possibilities, vast and unmeasurable. Ancient ice questions nice comet, moves without a vice. You consider that 3I Atlas has traveled longer than Earth has existed, witnessing eons of cosmic evolution silently, oblivious to human curiosity, yet perfectly suited to inspire it. Its existence is a gentle reminder that life, intelligence, and observation may take forms and paths beyond human understanding, and that wonder is a natural companion to careful thought. Gaze in awe. Mind's own law. Comet drifts without a flaw. You might picture sitting quietly, eyes closed or open, letting your thoughts follow the comet, pondering intelligence, evolution, and the nature of the universe. The comet moves at breathtaking speed, yet the rhythm of reflection slows your own mind, aligning curiosity with calm meditation. So tonight, as you ponder the philosophical questions raised by 3i Atlas, imagine yourself drifting alongside it through the silent expanse of interstellar space. Feel the gentle tug of curiosity, the quiet hum of wonder, and the meditative rhythm of questions that have no immediate answers. Let your mind float with the comet, exploring the nature of life, intelligence, and possibility, gently lulling you into reflection, awe, and calm contemplation. With the increasing sensitivity of our instruments, scientists anticipate discovering more interstellar objects in the future, each offering new insights into the cosmos. You can almost feel the quiet anticipation in observatories around the world, as if the universe is holding a gentle secret, waiting to reveal itself to patient eyes. Outside, the night air is cool and still, carrying faint scents of earth and dew, grounding you while your imagination drifts alongside 3i Atlas, wondering what other cosmic travelers might one day follow in its path. Light in line, stars align, future comets drift through time. You might picture telescopes scanning vast stretches of the sky, capturing faint glimmers of distant visitors, each one a potential messenger from beyond our solar system. The instruments hum softly, translating photons into data, spectra, and images, bridging the enormous distances between stars and your mind's eye. Each discovery promises new questions, new insights, and a gentle thrill that the universe is far larger, stranger, and more interconnected than we often realize. You imagine researchers analyzing these future interstellar objects, comparing them to 3i Atlas, noting similarities and differences. The comet's chemical composition, size, trajectory, and tail behavior serve as benchmarks for understanding what might be out there, quietly floating through interstellar space, unseen by human eyes. The anticipation of these discoveries is both scientific and poetic, a meditation on patience, observation, and curiosity. Ice in flight, cosmic light, future comets shine so bright. You might picture students, educators, and enthusiasts eagerly following reports, simulating orbits, sketching tails, and imagining journeys through distant star systems. Each object becomes a bridge between imagination and data, allowing humans to participate in the rhythm of the cosmos, even from the small vantage point of our pale blue dot. The future of discovery is a quiet collaboration between human ingenuity and cosmic generosity. You can almost hear the soft click of telescope shutters, the gentle hum of detectors, and the quiet scribbles of notes across labs worldwide. Observing these new visitors becomes a slow, meditative practice, combining calculation with wonder, analysis with imagination. Each object discovered will have its own story, unique in trajectory, composition, and history, yet connected to the broader tapestry of interstellar travel. Tail in swirl, light in curl, comet drifts through cosmic whirl. You might imagine 3i Atlas as the first of many, a pioneer, passing silently before a wave of future visitors arrives. The thought is humbling, billions of years of cosmic evolution, producing travelers that touch our solar system briefly, offering glimpses of distant origins and stories too vast to fully comprehend. You feel a gentle awe in imagining the vast network of objects drifting silently, each carrying its own secrets. Even in the anticipation, there is room for subtle humor. You might picture astronomers whispering to one another, "Here comes the next interstellar tourist," or imagining a cosmic relay where comets pass messages invisibly across the galaxy. The notion is absurd, yet delightful, reminding you that curiosity can be both rigorous and playful, balancing meticulous observation with imaginative exploration. Data in streams, light in beams, future comets drift like dreams. You imagine the instruments becoming more sensitive, able to detect smaller, fainter visitors, revealing patterns and chemical signatures never before seen. Each discovery will expand our understanding, challenging assumptions, refining models, and quietly reminding us that the universe is far more dynamic than a casual glance suggests. Observation slow, knowledge grows, comet drifts where no one knows. You picture yourself drifting in thought alongside these future visitors, sensing the rhythm of discovery, imagining the joy and patience of scientists and enthusiasts alike. 3i Atlas becomes a benchmark, a reference point in the growing collection of cosmic wanderers, a gentle reminder that the universe has countless stories waiting to be observed and imagined. So tonight, as you think of the future discoveries following in the path of 3i Atlas, let your mind drift across vast distances, imagining telescopes capturing faint light, students sketching tales, and your thoughts floating gently alongside interstellar travelers yet unseen. Allow the anticipation of discovery to lull you into quiet reflection, a meditation on scale, time, and the endless, patient journey of the cosmos. The study of interstellar visitors helps us understand our place in the galaxy and the dynamic environment of our cosmic neighborhood. You can almost feel the gentle hum of curiosity as your mind drifts across the Milky Way, imagining stars, planets, and comets weaving silently in a cosmic ballet. Outside, the air is crisp and still, carrying the faint scent of dew, grounding you in the quiet of night, even as your imagination travels billions of kilometers alongside 3i Atlas, our visitor from far beyond. Stars in line, planets shine, comet drifts through space divine. You might picture the neighborhood itself, with the sun orbiting the galactic center, neighboring stars moving slowly over millions of years, and countless objects, like 3i Atlas, drifting silently through the interstellar void. Each visitor, each fragment of ice and dust, carries information about distant systems, forming a network of cosmic breadcrumbs, leading back to places we may never visit, yet can observe and imagine. You can imagine astronomers tracing 3i Atlas's path and discovering how it interacts subtly with the solar system's outskirts, nudged by gravity, sunlight, and other forces. Each measurement provides insight into how interstellar objects weave through the local stellar environment, revealing patterns in density, motion, and composition that shape our understanding of the galaxy. Outside, the quiet breeze whispers against leaves, a grounding reminder of Earth, while your thoughts drift among stars. Dust in flight, endless night, comet traces cosmic light. You might picture future observations revealing smaller, fainter objects in the neighborhood, each contributing to the larger picture of galactic structure. The discoveries of 3i Atlas and similar objects allow scientists to map stellar motion, understand the distribution of interstellar material, and imagine the rich, interconnected dance of cosmic bodies that surround our solar system. The neighborhood is dynamic, ever-shifting, yet 3i Atlas moves silently, a witness to billions of years of change. You can picture it gliding past clouds of gas, star clusters, and interstellar dust, carrying subtle hints of their compositions and histories. Each passing object is a tiny archive of galactic evolution, quietly contributing to the story of where we are in space and time. Glint in dark, distant spark, comet drifts past cosmic arc. You imagine students and educators using 3i Atlas as a guide to explore their own cosmic neighborhood, learning how stars, planets, and debris interact, and understanding the scales and forces at play. Even casual observers can feel connected, recognizing that their home planet is part of a larger, dynamic environment, shaped by forces both gentle and immense. You might picture yourself floating alongside 3i Atlas in imagination, tracing its path across light years, noting the subtle gravitational tugs and interactions with other interstellar objects. Each observation is a meditation on scale, perspective, and connection, how one object, moving silently through space, can provide insight into the larger framework of a galaxy. Icy plume, silent dune, comet drifts past galactic tune. You might imagine astronomers comparing 3i Atlas to future visitors, building a catalogue of interstellar travelers, each one revealing new facets of the cosmic neighborhood. The comet becomes a bridge, linking distant star systems to Earth-based observers, allowing reflection on scale, distance, and the dynamic, interconnected nature of our celestial surroundings. Starlight bends, knowledge sends, comet drifts, and time extends. You can picture researchers calculating trajectories, measuring velocities, and analyzing chemical signatures, each data point a quiet note in the symphony of understanding. 3i Atlas may pass swiftly, but its observations linger, expanding comprehension of the neighborhood we inhabit, both intimate and vast, familiar yet mysterious. So tonight, as you follow 3i Atlas through the cosmic neighborhood, imagine stars moving silently in the dark, interstellar dust drifting in slow arcs, and the comet carrying traces of distant systems. Let your mind drift gently alongside it, feeling the rhythm of a dynamic galaxy, the quiet flow of knowledge, and the soothing awareness that even in vastness, every observer, every comet, and every thought is connected, weaving a gentle meditation on scale, motion, and cosmic harmony. Understanding the behavior and composition of interstellar objects could inform future missions beyond our solar system. You can almost feel the quiet anticipation of explorers, engineers, and dreamers as your mind drifts alongside 3i Atlas, imagining its icy surface and luminous tail as guides to the cosmos. Outside, the night air is cool, carrying faint scents of frost and earth, grounding you even as your thoughts glide across billions of kilometers, considering what lessons such a visitor might offer for journeys yet to come. Ice in flight, stars in sight, comet drifts with silent might. You might picture spacecraft engineers analyzing the comet's structure, trying to understand the durability, composition, and trajectories of interstellar ice and dust. 3i Atlas provides clues about what materials exist in the galaxy, how objects survive eons of space travel, and what hazards future explorers might encounter on journeys beyond our solar system. The comet is a teacher, moving silently, offering insight to those patient enough to observe and imagine. You can almost hear the soft hum of spacecraft instruments, telemetry flowing as engineers calculate velocities, orientations, and possible interactions. Every observation of 3I Atlas informs designs for shielding, navigation, and instrumentation that might be required for interstellar missions. Its chemical composition, density, and behavior under solar radiation provide a living laboratory, a practice run for humanity's ambition to traverse the stars. Dust and ice, precise yet nice, comet drifts past planet's slice. You might imagine students and researchers designing simulations, recreating 3I Atlas's passage to anticipate how similar objects might interact with spacecraft. Each particle in its tail and nucleus is a data point, a clue about the materials that form planets and stars far from our Sunday. Even casual observers can feel the connection, understanding that observing this comet provides a quiet roadmap for exploration beyond our familiar neighborhood. Trajectory traced, speed embraced, comet drifts without haste. You might picture future missions plotting paths around interstellar objects, using them as guides or tests for propulsion, shielding, or sampling techniques. The comet is both distant and intimate, a reminder that the universe contains hazards, opportunities, and lessons, all drifting silently across space. The thought is playful yet profound, imagining spacecraft coasting alongside a visitor older than our planet, learning from its icy secrets. You imagine 3I Atlas moving past planets, asteroids, and the sun, each interaction offering insight into gravitational nudges, radiation exposure, and material resilience. Engineers might calculate the effects of such environments on probes, using this knowledge to inform designs for ships that could one day travel light years, exploring the galaxy with patience and precision. Outside, the night is still, and you feel a gentle rhythm in your thoughts, echoing the comet's graceful glide. Icy tail, silent trail, comet drifts beyond the pale. You might picture scientists writing reports, building models, and teaching students, each lesson drawn from the study of this interstellar traveler. 3I Atlas becomes a mentor of sorts, revealing the intricacies of motion, composition, and cosmic endurance, without ever pausing or acknowledging observation. Its path is a gentle teacher, its icy nucleus a book written across space and time. Data streams, curiosity beams, comet drifts through human dreams. You might imagine future explorers carrying this knowledge into space, navigating near comets, analyzing interstellar dust, and refining spacecraft designs for journeys far beyond the solar system. Each measurement of 3I Atlas informs a tiny step in humanity's quiet ambition to traverse the stars, a reminder that observation and imagination are as crucial as engines and fuel. Orbit traced, lessons embraced, comet glides with timeless grace. You might picture yourself floating mentally alongside 3I Atlas, tracing its tail, contemplating the scale of its journey, and letting its passage teach you patience, observation, and the rhythm of space. Its trajectory is not just a path through the galaxy, it is a lesson in endurance, subtlety, and silent communication. So, tonight, as you consider the implications of 3I Atlas for space travel, let your imagination drift alongside it. Picture future missions inspired by its path, students learning from its composition, and spacecraft navigating distant worlds with insights gleaned from this quiet visitor. Allow the gentle rhythm of its journey to lull your thoughts into reflection, wonder, and a calm meditation on exploration, curiosity, and the vast possibilities of the universe. The materials found in comets like 3I Atlas may hold clues about the origins of life, both on Earth and elsewhere in the universe. You can almost feel the quiet wonder in imagining tiny molecules, frozen and preserved for billions of years, drifting through space alongside the comet. Outside, the night is still and cool, carrying the faint scent of dew and earth, while your mind glides alongside this interstellar traveler, pondering the subtle connections between cosmic chemistry and the emergence of life. Ice and dust, quiet thrust, comet drifts with gentle trust. You might picture the water, carbon compounds, and organic molecules embedded within 3I Atlas, each particle a frozen messenger from distant star systems. These ingredients could have seeded planets, catalyzed reactions, or provided the raw materials necessary for life to emerge. The thought is both humbling and exhilarating, reminding you that the building blocks of life are not unique to Earth but scattered generously across the cosmos. You imagine researchers analyzing spectra, carefully measuring the composition of 3I Atlas's coma, tracing molecules that hint at amino acids, complex organics, and volatile compounds. Each measurement is a step toward understanding the origins of life, a quiet meditation on how simple chemistry in distant systems might echo the processes that gave rise to life here. Outside, a soft breeze moves through trees, grounding you while your thoughts float billions of kilometers through the interstellar void. Molecules spin, life may begin, comet drifts through cosmic din. You might picture students in classrooms, modeling chemical reactions, inspired by 3I Atlas, imagining how organic molecules could survive interstellar travel, and speculating gently on how they might contribute to the emergence of life on distant worlds. The comet becomes a silent tutor, a guide to understanding not just the universe, but the delicate balance of chemistry that makes life possible. The search for life is a slow, patient journey, much like the comet itself. You imagine observing the faint tail of 3I Atlas, noting how solar radiation sublimates ice and releases gas and dust, revealing molecules long frozen in time. Each plume of vapor is a subtle clue, a whisper of chemical history traveling across space, inviting humans to interpret its story. You feel the quiet thrill of discovery, gentle yet profound, like listening to an ancient melody carried on the wind. Trace the glow, secrets flow, comet drifts where life might go. You might picture astronomers and astrobiologists debating possibilities, weighing evidence, and imagining distant planets where chemistry similar to that in 3I Atlas could spark life. The comet's presence emphasizes that the universe is both vast and generous, offering raw materials and subtle hints that encourage curiosity and careful thought. In your mind, you can float alongside the comet, imagining each particle of ice and dust carrying a fragment of cosmic history. Some of these particles may have passed through planetary systems, collided with other objects, or contributed to the gradual chemical evolution of distant worlds. 3I Atlas is not just a visitor, it is a repository of chemical memory, a frozen chronicle that connects Earth to the wider galaxy. Dust and ice, cold yet nice, comet drifts without a vice. You might picture students tracing molecular pathways, wondering how comets delivered water to early Earth, or how similar objects might contribute to life elsewhere. The thought is both delicate and playful, that something so distant, so cold, so indifferent, could carry the seeds of life, inspires both science and imagination. Gently drift, molecules lift, comet carries cosmic gift. You imagine the comet's long journey as a gentle reminder that life is not isolated, that the universe has a rhythm of distribution, transfer, and subtle persistence. Each observation of 3i Atlas becomes a meditation, a quiet reflection on chemistry, biology, and the shared processes that link planets, stars, and comets across eons. So tonight, as you contemplate the search for life, inspired by 3i Atlas, let your mind drift alongside it, tracing molecules, imagining chemical reactions, and pondering the vast possibilities of life in the cosmos. Feel the gentle rhythm of discovery, the quiet pulse of curiosity, and the soothing awareness that even distant, silent travelers can guide our thoughts toward understanding, wonder, and reflection. Some scientists ponder whether interstellar objects could be messages from other civilizations, though this remains a topic of speculation. You can almost feel the quiet thrill of possibility as your imagination drifts alongside 3i Atlas, imagining it as a cosmic letter drifting silently through space. Outside, the night is calm and cool, carrying faint scents of earth and dew, while your mind stretches across billions of kilometers, considering the gentle question, what if some messages are written not in words, but in ice, dust, and trajectory? Light in stream, thoughts in dream, comet drifts like a secret gleam. You might picture the comet as a silent envoy, carrying subtle clues from distant civilizations, encoded in its motion, shape, or composition. Perhaps its hyperbolic orbit is intentional, a trajectory designed to intersect with planetary systems like ours, a gentle nudge toward observation and curiosity. The thought is playful yet profound, a meditation on scale, intelligence, and the universe's quiet capacity to inspire wonder. You can imagine scientists in observatories discussing the possibility, their voices low and hushed, balancing skepticism with fascination. They track 3i Atlas, analyzing its chemical composition, tail behavior, and velocity, wondering if natural processes alone could explain its peculiarities. Outside, the night air stirs softly, grounding you in the present even as your mind drifts across the cosmos, tracing a path millions of kilometers wide, considering messages carried silently for eons. Dust and ice, hidden spice, comet drifts without advice. You might picture educators using the comet's journey as a prompt for reflection, guiding students to imagine intelligence, creativity, and communication on scales far beyond human experience. The comet becomes a thought experiment, a gentle teacher, encouraging curiosity and humility, reminding observers that even in silence, the universe speaks. The speculation is subtle, never frantic, a quiet contemplation of possibility. You can imagine tracing 3i Atlas's orbit backward, wondering what regions of the galaxy it has passed, what collisions or encounters it has avoided, and how its composition might carry hints of environments alien to Earth. Each measurement is both concrete and poetic, a quiet invitation to explore, imagine, and question. Messages drift in hidden lift. Comet hums a gentle gift. You might picture the comet's icy nucleus carrying organic molecules, particles of dust, and volatile gases, all forming a narrative that could, in theory, be interpreted by an intelligent observer. Even if this is highly speculative, imagining it invites wonder, a gentle play of thought that stretches across the imagination while remaining anchored in observed data. You can almost sense the rhythm of the comet's motion, a quiet pulse that aligns with observation and speculation. Its passage reminds you that questions can be as profound as answers, that even silent objects, traveling billions of kilometers, can provoke reflection, creativity, and curiosity. Outside, the soft rustle of leaves mirrors the subtle movement of molecules in the comet's tail, a poetic echo of interstellar flow. Ice in gleam, frozen dream, comet drifts through light unseen. You might imagine a distant civilization, billions of years ago, sending probes or leaving subtle markers in space, their intentions unknowable to us, yet their presence felt through careful observation. 3I Atlas becomes a canvas for imagination, a gentle meditation on communication, intelligence, and the vast, patient scale of the cosmos. Photon trace, time and space, comet drifts through silent grace. You picture yourself quietly contemplating its trajectory, imagining the possibility of interstellar messages, letting your mind wander gently across the galaxy. The comet moves indifferently, yet in your thoughts it inspires conversation, wonder, and reflection on intelligence beyond Earth, the subtle poetry of space, and the quiet thrill of contemplating the unknown. So tonight, as you imagine the interstellar message of 3I Atlas, allow your mind to drift alongside it. Picture its icy surface, its luminous tail, and its hyperbolic path as potential carriers of cosmic secrets. Let the gentle rhythm of its passage inspire reflection, curiosity, and calm wonder, a meditative journey through space, thought, and possibility. The passage of 3I Atlas serves as a reminder of the vast timescales of the universe, where events unfold over millions and billions of years. You can almost feel the slow, steady pulse of cosmic time pressing gently against your imagination, like standing on a quiet hill, while stars and planets drift in rhythms far beyond human comprehension. Outside, the night air is cool and soft, carrying the faint scent of dew and earth, grounding you while your mind drifts alongside this interstellar traveler, reflecting on time that dwarfs all human history. Stars in sweep, ages deep, comet drifts where secrets keep. You might picture 3I Atlas gliding silently past planets, stars, and nebulae, moving through epochs that predate Earth, oceans, and continents. Each icy particle is a fragment of memory, a note in a symphony that spans billions of years, a gentle reminder of the patient persistence of matter in the cosmos. You imagine watching its passage, feeling both insignificant and intimately connected to the universe's quiet rhythm. The cosmic calendar stretches endlessly, and the comet's trajectory reminds you of how brief human lifetimes are in comparison. You might picture ancient stars igniting and fading as 3I Atlas drifted past, witnessing events too vast to perceive directly, yet preserved in its icy body. There is poetry in imagining a traveler so patient, carrying chemical memories from one corner of the galaxy to another. Time in flow, eons grow, comet drifts as ages show. You imagine astronomers measuring the comet's speed, orbit, and chemical composition, translating faint light into timelines that stretch across billions of years. Each data point becomes a note in the universe's ledger, a record of the slow and elegant passage of matter through space. Outside, a gentle breeze stirs leaves, a grounding reminder that even as cosmic time unfolds, small moments on Earth carry their own quiet significance. You might imagine students in classrooms tracing 3I Atlas's trajectory on diagrams, marveling at the scale of time it represents. The comet becomes a natural teacher, demonstrating patience, persistence, and the continuity of cosmic processes. Even casual observers can feel a sense of awe, recognizing that a single icy body carries the story of events far older than any human history. Ancient ice, measured slice, comet drifts without a vice. You picture your imagination floating alongside it, tracing its path across the galaxy, considering the birth and death of stars it has witnessed, and the collisions, formations, and dispersals that shaped interstellar space. 3i Atlas becomes a living calendar, marking the rhythm of cosmic evolution silently and elegantly. The passage of the comet also encourages reflection on impermanence. You might think about how fleeting human concerns are compared to the slow drift of comets, stars, and galaxies. The universe unfolds without hurry, and 3i Atlas moves with quiet dignity through the vast expanse, reminding you that patience, observation, and contemplation are ways to connect with time far beyond our own scale. Tail in line, ages shine, comet drifts through space divine. You imagine scientists piecing together its history, interpreting its chemical signatures, and projecting its path into the future. Each discovery is a meditation on time, distance, and motion, gently encouraging reflection on the slow, continuous processes that shape the cosmos. Even humor can emerge subtly, as humans marvel at trying to measure billions of years with instruments that barely register seconds. Light in flow, eons grow, comet drifts as timelines show. You picture 3i Atlas as a guide through the cosmic calendar, moving across a landscape of stars, nebulae, and dust clouds, a patient traveler marking the rhythm of the universe. Its journey reminds you that events unfold over vast stretches of time, each moment part of a continuum that stretches from the birth of galaxies to the present. So tonight, as you reflect on the cosmic calendar revealed by 3i Atlas, imagine its slow journey through space and time. Let your mind drift along its path, feeling the gentle pulse of eons, the quiet rhythm of distant stars, and the soothing awareness that even in the immensity of the universe, every observer, every thought, and every moment is part of a vast patient dance of matter, light, and time. Despite the immense distances, the study of interstellar objects connects us to the broader universe, highlighting our shared cosmic heritage. You can almost feel the quiet pull of belonging as your mind drifts alongside 3i Atlas, imagining its icy surface carrying chemical whispers from distant stars. Outside, the night is calm, the air carrying the soft scent of dew and earth, grounding you while your thoughts stretch across billions of kilometers, linking Earth to the vast reaches of interstellar space. Stars align, distances twine, comet drifts through space divine. You might picture astronomers across the globe tracking 3i Atlas, instruments pointed skyward, recording light and dust that has traveled longer than human history. Each observation becomes a bridge, a subtle reminder that even in the vastness of the galaxy, human curiosity and patience can connect us to distant phenomena, revealing the threads that tie together planets, stars, and interstellar visitors. You can imagine classrooms and labs buzzing quietly with discussion, students tracing the comet's path, and imagining the chemical signatures it carries. The comet becomes a shared point of wonder, connecting generations of learners and observers in a gentle meditation on scale, perspective, and the interconnectivity of the universe. Even casual stargazers might feel a sense of kinship, realizing that every object, every light, and every journey across space contributes to a shared story. icy trail, knowledge sail, comet drifts without fail. You might picture 3I Atlas passing silently through the solar system, its nucleus spinning gracefully while its tail glimmers faintly, a messenger from afar, linking distant stars to your imagination. Each particle of ice and dust carries subtle hints of chemical processes, stellar environments, and galactic evolution, a reminder that the universe is alive with history, even in places untouched by human hands. The universal connection is subtle, meditative, and poetic. You imagine researchers discussing the implications, comparing observations, and quietly marveling at the idea that the same chemistry exists across countless systems. The comet becomes a conduit, a silent teacher revealing that Earth and its neighbors are part of a broader cosmic web, one that spans stars, systems, and light years, yet can be traced and imagined from a quiet room on a single planet. Light in stream, cosmos gleam, comet drifts through human dream. You might picture yourself imagining distant civilizations, observing their own interstellar visitors, reflecting on their own place in the galaxy, and feeling a gentle kinship across time and space. The passage of 3I Atlas illustrates a universal rhythm, matter, energy, and curiosity moving in concert across unimaginable distances. You can almost sense the shared wonder of all who watch, from astronomers plotting trajectories to children sketching tales in notebooks, to casual stargazers quietly reflecting on the night sky. The comet is indifferent, yet it inspires connection, curiosity, and quiet reflection, bridging distance with imagination and observation. Outside, the soft rustle of leaves echoes the subtle motion of cosmic dust, linking Earth to the journey of the comet. Ice in line, hearts entwine, comet drifts through space benign. You might imagine data flowing into observatories worldwide, researchers piecing together its story, comparing it with future interstellar visitors, and teaching students about the broader cosmos. Each observation emphasizes that knowledge is a shared endeavor, connecting human minds to the universe and to one another through wonder, patience, and imagination. Particles swirl, photons twirl, comet drifts through the universal pearl. You can picture 3I Atlas carrying information about its origins, composition, and journey, all silently available to those attentive enough to interpret its signals. The comet demonstrates that despite immense distances, connection is possible through observation, reflection, and the shared pursuit of understanding. So, tonight, as you follow 3I Atlas through its passage across space, imagine the threads it weaves between distant stars, planets, and human imagination. Let your mind drift alongside it, feeling the gentle pulse of interstellar connection, the quiet wonder of shared cosmic heritage, and the soothing awareness that even across billions of kilometers, we are linked by curiosity, observation, and the silent poetry of the universe. As 3I Atlas continues its journey out of our solar system, it carries with it the knowledge and experiences of its brief visit. You can almost feel the gentle rhythm of its motion, gliding silently through the void, leaving behind the planets, moons, and instruments that have observed it so carefully. Outside, the night air is cool and still, carrying the faint scent of dew, while your imagination drifts alongside this interstellar traveler, imagining the trails of ice and dust stretching far into the darkness. Ice and dust, silent trust, comet drifts through cosmic gust. You might picture the comet moving past the orbit of Neptune, far beyond the reach of human instruments, yet still carrying subtle information about the forces it encountered and the light it reflected during its passage. Every particle in its tail is a whisper of its journey, a delicate record of encounters with solar radiation, gravitational nudges, and cosmic winds. You imagine following it in thought, tracing its path across billions of kilometers, feeling a gentle connection to something immense and ancient. The ongoing journey reminds you of impermanence and continuity. 3i Atlas may have been visible for only a fleeting time, yet its influence persists through the observations, knowledge, and inspiration it has provided. You picture scientists slowly analyzing images, spectra, and chemical signatures, carefully noting patterns, while educators and students marvel quietly at the comet's ephemeral visit. Outside, leaves rustle softly, echoing the subtle movement of cosmic particles in your imagination. Trail of light, endless night, comet drifts with silent might. You might imagine the comet as a messenger, carrying not words, but information encoded in ice, dust, and motion. Its trajectory, composition, and tail tell a story of origin, interstellar travel, and encounters with the solar system, allowing observers on Earth to glean insights from a visitor that existed long before our sun or planets formed. The quiet elegance of its journey is both humbling and meditative, a reminder that the universe unfolds at its own pace. You can picture 3i Atlas drifting past the Kuiper belt and into the Oort cloud, encountering icy bodies and gravitational influences, each subtly shaping its trajectory. The comet's path is a slow, elegant ballet across interstellar space, and even though we cannot follow it physically, your imagination allows you to drift alongside, sensing the rhythm and flow of its motion. Its ongoing journey is a meditation on time, distance, and persistence. Glide in arcs, silence sparks, comet drifts through endless dark. You might picture future observers, generations from now, tracking remnants of its tail, or using its trajectory as a reference point for understanding interstellar motion. 3i Atlas becomes both a teacher and a companion in thought, showing how even brief visits leave lasting impressions when observed with patience and curiosity. Its presence reinforces the gentle lesson that the universe is generous with insight if we are willing to follow. You imagine students sketching diagrams, scientists plotting paths, and enthusiasts imagining the comet's passage beyond our solar system. The knowledge it carries and the questions it inspires ripple through human understanding, linking imagination to observation, curiosity to discovery. 3i Atlas moves on, indifferent to our attention, yet perfectly suited to stimulate reflection, creativity, and wonder. Ice in gleam, cosmic dream, comet drifts without a seam. You might consider how the comet will eventually leave the sun's influence entirely, drifting forever through the galaxy, carrying the faint imprints of our solar system. Its passage may never be seen again, yet the data, insights, and imagination it has inspired remain, forming a quiet bridge across space and time. Tail extends, motion blends, comet drifts as knowledge sends. And in that quiet thought, you feel a gentle rhythm, the comet's journey, your imagination, and the slow unfolding of cosmic events align, creating a meditative sense of connection, continuity, and wonder. You sense the subtle poetry of a silent traveler, moving endlessly, carrying experiences that outlast its brief visibility. So tonight, as you drift alongside the ongoing journey of 3i Atlas, imagine it gliding silently into the vast interstellar void, carrying memories of its visit, traces of interactions, and the gentle imprint of its passage. Let your thoughts float with it, feeling the quiet rhythm of motion, the subtle connection between observer and observed, and the soothing awareness that even the most transient journeys leave echoes across space and imagination. The true nature and origin of 3I Atlas may never be fully understood, but its visit invites us to continue exploring the mysteries of the cosmos. You can almost feel the gentle pull of curiosity lingering in the air, like a faint hum of starlight brushing your imagination. Outside, the night is calm, the air carrying the soft scent of dew and distant earth, grounding you while your mind drifts alongside this interstellar traveler, contemplating questions that may never have definitive answers. Stars in sweep, questions deep. Comet drifts through secrets to keep. You might picture astronomers observing 3I Atlas, carefully measuring its composition, trajectory, and tail, knowing that some of its mysteries will remain forever elusive. Each observation provides insight, yet the comet retains a subtle, silent independence, reminding us that the universe is vast, patient, and elegantly indifferent to our curiosity. The enduring mystery is both humbling and inspiring. You can imagine students sketching its path in classrooms, researchers plotting its orbit in observatories, and enthusiasts sharing quiet reflections online, all connected through the fascination it evokes. The comet becomes a bridge, linking imagination to observation, curiosity to reflection, and humans to the immensity of space. Ice and dust, secrets trust, comet drifts through void robust. You might picture 3I Atlas gliding silently past planets and asteroids, its tail shimmering in faint sunlight, carrying ancient material and chemical whispers from distant star systems. Its passage inspires not just scientific inquiry, but quiet meditation on the universe's scale, the fleeting nature of observation, and the patience required to comprehend even a fraction of cosmic events. You can imagine researchers quietly debating hypotheses, from natural origins to speculative possibilities, balancing evidence with imagination. The comet's journey encourages patience, humility, and playful curiosity, showing that some knowledge may remain forever out of reach, and that the pursuit itself is a form of connection. Outside, a soft breeze rustles leaves, echoing the gentle, silent motion of cosmic particles drifting behind the comet. Glint in night, hidden light, comet drifts beyond human sight. You might picture students and educators discussing 3I Atlas as a story of cosmic scale, encouraging reflection on time, space, and human perspective. Its mysteries invite thought experiments, philosophical questions, and quiet wonder, blending scientific observation with meditative reflection on the universe. The comet's enduring mystery also sparks imagination. You might picture it carrying chemical signatures, subtle structural irregularities, or faint patterns that hint at distant processes, yet remain ambiguous enough to inspire speculation. This ambiguity is comforting and playful, allowing your mind to wander across possibilities without urgency or pressure, aligning with the quiet, contemplative rhythm of the night. Tail extends, light bends, comet drifts, as thought transcends. You can almost sense the rhythm of 3I Atlas's passage, a gentle pulse linking distant star systems, ancient chemical processes, and human observation. Each particle, each photon, each trace of ice is a note in an eternal cosmic story, and while some details may never be resolved, their existence enriches imagination, curiosity, and understanding. You might picture yourself floating mentally alongside 3i Atlas, tracing its path into interstellar space, feeling the quiet majesty of a journey older than Earth, more distant than our solar system, yet capable of connecting directly to human minds and wonder. Its presence is subtle yet profound, teaching patience, awe, and the gentle humility of encountering the unknown. So tonight, as you reflect on the enduring mystery of 3i Atlas, let your imagination drift alongside it. Picture its icy nucleus glinting faintly, its tail streaming silently, and the countless questions it carries. Allow yourself to linger in the gentle tension between knowledge and uncertainty, feeling the quiet rhythm of the cosmos, the pull of curiosity, and the meditative beauty of mysteries that invite exploration without demanding answers.